EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the fastest rising cities in the U.S., the capital city of Austin, Texas. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers and the Austin Desperados. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go! Wait, wait! Black Ultra.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. But you look at this defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, son.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You look at this Carolina defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he's got the hook up here. That's Mooney. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Foreman powering ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Fields, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Desperados will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Second down, back to Sanders. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain, so he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
It's Young off play action. Incomplete, and it also concludes quarter number 1. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Justin Fields.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and 10, Young. And it's incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs at practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given hope to the offense. Maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A play fake. Now Young.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Don't jump. Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The drive, 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm the quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Young off the play fake. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First down and 10 at their own
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Play action. It's Fields eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now motion left with Mooney. On 1st down, Fields. This is caught by Evans. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Angel.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, blue. Blue strike.
Young will set to throw.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
6 seconds.
It's Young on 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Here's Fields now on second down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fields. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. There he goes, left side. Touchdown! Tariq Cohen, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
That throw by Young incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Sharp's got it, left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I do think that sometimes on third and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on third down. That's a big pickup.
Second down, Young.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Panthers.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And quickly, they get to the line.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19. At the
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. His throw incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Ken. Hey.
To throw is Fields. Looking deep here from Mooney.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
67 yards on the ground for him so far.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's Foreman.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Desperados look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, Maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On play action, Young. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Now, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Cut, go. Ready?
Young on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. It's Young off play action. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. Touchdown Panthers. DJ Chark, 54 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Yellow, warning. Ready?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
First down, Panthers.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Young going to move him around.
Up the middle they'll go with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Young.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what wouldn't be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Young.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Ready, ready. Blue check.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here we go.
Here's 1st down.
Okay.
Here's Fields.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
So now
line.
one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for the Panthers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.